We're going to kind of get into his team, the Orioles, and then we're going to kind of get into a little bit of what he sees as the potential World Series winner and maybe MVP winner. So we got Josh in here with us. Josh, how are we doing? Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, no problem. Have a good night.
Awesome. Hey, so you're a big Orioles guy, right?
I am, yes.
All right.
Yeah, they're having a good night.
They're having a good night. Oh, we're playing the White Sox, right?
Yeah, it's the White Sox. They better do well.
I was gonna say that's you start that game chalking up. That better be a dub. But I mean, let's start with the Orioles, right? Probably like they're not making the playoffs this year, right?
No.
69 and 80 right now. I believe they're about 69 and 80.
Yeah, they're around that.
Okay.
They're at that point where you wonder if they can get to 500.
Okay. That'd be a hell of a
math. Time's running out. You got to win most of them, and maybe we can sneak it up there.
Well, what have been your thoughts on the season? Right, a lot of young talent around the team. I know the Corbin Burns stint was quick, but what are your thoughts on this team and maybe how this season is wrapping up compared to what your expectations were to start the year for the Orioles?
Yeah. Well, this season was obviously a huge disappointment. I think this was the first time that even people outside of Baltimore were going into the offseason saying the Orioles have a shot at the World Series.
Yeah.
And the April and May were so bad for the Orioles that once they got healthy and once they started playing better and brought up rookies, it was way too late. Mm-hmm. And right now, the part that's fun now and frustrating is they've got Tyler Wells back in the rotation. They got Kyle Bradish back in the rotation. And suddenly they look like, oh, they're a really good team pitching. Mm-hmm. Which is hopeful for next year because they're all coming back, those guys. But it's kind of frustrating when you look at, well, if we had this 2 months ago, we could fight.
Yeah, and look, I think they're just coming off getting swept. And they're 6-4 in the last 10, even with the sweep. Yeah. The problem is run differential's not there. They're at negative 94 run differential.
Oh, yeah.
They've been worse away.
That goes to that bad pitching that we've had all season.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, okay, so what's the brightest takeaway then? Who's like this team's MVP right now? Who's like at least we got him for next year right now? There's a couple guys.
Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers, he did not come up until end of May. Last week in May, he came up with the team. So his numbers aren't there as far as innings that he started. But if you look up Trevor Rogers numbers, it's Cy Young material. He put up numbers that no Orioles pitcher in history has done. He has a lower ERA than Jim Palmer had this many games into a season.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, Trevor Rogers, 16 games into the season. He is 8-2 with a 1.43 ERA in 100 innings and 93 strikeouts, a .89 whip. Holy shit. He is laying it down.
Yeah, but he's hitting in Baltimore, which is no one wants to talk about that story.
Hey, man, I'm a Brewers fan. I'm hearing that all day, baby. I want to hear more of this small market stuff.
Yeah, no. Brewers are looking good this year. Brewers and Tigers are the teams I'm watching.
I love it. Well, I'm glad we got your support. Well, just Trevor Rogers, I mean, he looks good. You obviously got Gunnar Henderson up there. I mean, and Holiday.
The frustrating thing is figuring out what didn't click this year, and health was a major issue because we're set at almost every position, and we're one of the worst teams in baseball this year. It doesn't make any sense. But when you look around our entire infield, now that we brought up Samuel Basello at catcher, we have a few options at first base with Basello and Rutschman, or stick with Mountcastle, who's kind of been going downhill. But second base is set, Jackson Holiday. Shortstop is set, Gunnar Henderson. Third base is set with Jordan Westberg. The infield is set there. We've got Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish, Tyler Wells in the top of our rotation for next season. I'm not even talking about Grayson Rodriguez, who's been injured all season, if by some miracle he can walk. And then in the outfield, we've got Colton Cowser. Jeremiah Jackson has looked amazing, and he has never played the outfield until we called him up to play the outfield. So these are some guys where suddenly it's like, well, what the Orioles need is a big, reliable veteran bat, a good outfield, probably an outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of things to be hopeful for next season, which makes no sense if all you do is see the box score of the Orioles are one of like the third or fourth worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, that is, and they're in a tough division. They're in the Yankees division. That's always going to be one of those problems. It's going to be a problem.
And that what's exciting for that, if you're a Red Sox fan or a Blue Jays fan or anyone else fighting in that wild card slot, is the Orioles are playing really good right now. Best baseball they've played all year. They're playing now, which doesn't make any sense. But once we finish this series in Chicago, we go to New York for 4 games. Then we have a quick series, and New York comes to Baltimore for 3 games. 7 of the last games are Yankees-Orioles. So Yankees are going to have to beat up on the Orioles. If the Orioles are playing the way they are, they could easily knock the Yankees out of that wild card slots.
So Josh, you're saying y'all have everything for us players. What do you think about manager? Do you think Tony should be able to be the full guy next year, or you think they should go out, get some new energy, or somebody young or somebody old?
Yeah. I change my mind every single day on this.
That's good. That means things are in a good spot.
Yeah.
I was known for years of complaining and hating and saying Brandon Hyde has to go. So Brandon Hyde was here too long. Brandon Hyde lucked his way into a longer job because he got that 1 year and 1 AL manager of the year. And then he was forced to bring back. He wasn't supposed to come back. He was supposed to handle the team when they sucked and then hand them to someone that knows what to do. But it's where we're at. I go back and forth because I see guys. I'll give you 2 dark horses, but I think the best case in-house with the Orioles is Buck Britton. He's bench coach.
Okay.
It came up from Norfolk with these guys. If you want to give a young internal guy a chance, it would be Buck Britton. And I was kind of annoyed that they did not give him the interim role because of that, to see what he could do.
I like it.
Got to show you my Norfolk tie hat right here, Josh.
I love the Norfolk shirt too.
Yes, sir. You see it. Got to show you the Norfolk tie hat, man.
So external, I think more than likely they are going to hire externally.
Okay.
I think there's a new wrinkle that we just learned this week about Mike Elias that we can talk to, but I'll tell you here, I've got 2 dark horse candidates. What I saw with this team last year is a young team that came up together and they're too young. They need guidance. They need a player's manager. And when I was talking to some different players and learning about different managers, the player's manager that everyone says is smart and Baltimore loved is Buck Showalter.
Oh, that's a name.
Because Buck Showalter was spoken so highly of by the players that the players could go to him anything, and he became like a dad to him. What we don't have that right now. And you could look at it with Brandon Hyde, where it looked like we were just driven by analytics, that there was no chemistry and leadership. And I saw a player talk about Buck Showalter and how he could just go to him and say, well, what about this situation? And Buck would say something, and then the player felt and had that relationship enough that he could then question and say, but what if I did this? And Buck will say, well, yeah, that would work too. That they had that relationship, or that Adam Jones could come to him and say, hey, I think we need to change this up with the infield, and Buck would still talk to him about that, even though, and not this hierarchy of player, whatever, he had that team chemistry. So bringing Buck back is the one I've been leaning on lately.
How will the fans feel about that? The fans are going to like that fan reception?
Part of why that tunes into me is because ownership is now more connected to the fan base than it used to be.
Good.
Now.
Check.
And Buck Showalter came up for the Savannah Bananas game.
Ooh.
And got the loudest standing ovation.
Got pop.
With their guests. So which tells me that everyone in Baltimore still loves Buck Showalter, because for a lot of these people that are younger than me, he's the first manager that they saw win in baseball with.
That's fair. And look, if he's getting pop in the fan base already, look, and like you said, he's got experience, and I think that's good because, look, this is a team who, despite the injuries, they're 4th in baseball right now in strikeouts, and they got all the hitting talent that you can need. It's going to take someone who just knows their shit, and you can just rely on, rather than taking a chance on a new guy is always risky, as much upside as there might be with a team that's ascending and needs to get over some hump. to me, I like the idea of bringing back the guy that you feel like you can just trust more.
Well, I love that you're on that because my other dark horse is the complete opposite.
Okay, let's hear it.
He's a guy who hasn't a track record. So managers do less in baseball now than they've ever done, especially now with no DH. And you have pitching coaches, and you have bench coaches and base coaches that all have responsibility. The manager is really just the captain overseeing everything and pointing people in the right direction. The manager does not decide what pitcher to pull out of the bullpen. He goes to the pitching coach, and they talk and say, let's get this guy up based on these numbers. It's all driven by a clipboard and numbers and other coaches. So managerial experience, not even necessary. And now we're not going to be like the Colts and let the owner come down and just take notes and prepare to manage. But the manager, dark horse, is Adam Jones.
I like it.
Adam Jones, huge. The chance of this actually happening is 1%. Huge dark horse candidate. I don't even know if he'd be interested. But I know he likes coming back to Baltimore. I know the fan base. You talk about a fan base popping. They'd go crazy for that. He's got a relationship with the players that are currently on there a little bit. And we know that he loves that atmosphere. So if you want to bring in a guy that can bring this team of a bunch of young kids and bring them together and have a veteran presence in there, we're not hiding this guy on the bench or anything. Make him the manager.
I love that. And while and again, there's a little bit of ambiguity there. You're going to get popped. But like you said, like right now, we talked about the Brewers a little bit. Their success has been largely driven by incredible pitching coach, who this is the best his pitching staff has maybe ever looked. And their hitting coach has just got all these guys doing the right things, playing the right types. And then Pat Murphy just really drives it all home. And like you said, is the captain. So I totally agree with that statement. And a good supporting cast.
It's building the supporting team around him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's building a pitching coach who could be a manager and make those decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so if Adam Jones, you already got the talent, you put the right guys around him, it could work even without the experience, and you know you're going to get player buy-in. He's going to be a great clubhouse guy, which matters a lot.
Well, players and clubhouse, that's a check. Fan base is a check. And really, I don't think managers win or lose you ball games.
Not as much as anymore. Iman, you got anything about the Orioles you need to wrap up with?
Yeah. Before we let you go, I see you got a lot of memorabilia in the background. Who are your top five? I just want to get your top five Oriole players of all time.
Ooh, I like it.
All right. Well, this is all right. So 5. Here's the problem. You're giving me 5. That's 5 Hall of Famers right there. I mean, I am 45 years old, which means my childhood hero forever, is Cal Ripken Jr.
Yeah, I mean,
easy. I got a signed Cal helmet right here.
Right. But then I named a daughter after Brooks Robinson because I named her Brooke Robin, because you cannot think of Orioles baseball without Brooks Robinson.
Facts.
So I have to throw him there. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because you said best ever. So I'm going to lean away from best ever a little bit and go with some of my favorite.
Okay.
Or I'm just going down the Hall of Fame list. I'm giving you Jim Palmer, Eddie Murray.
Yeah,
just going down the list.
Eddie Murray's got to be on here.
No, and I was going to say, Eddie Murray is on my list because I got to watch him in the later end of his career and got to see him as a child, still see him hit home runs in Memorial Stadium and in Camden Yards. So I'm putting Eddie on there as well.
Love it.
Let's see. Let's go with, where am I? That's 3, 4. Mike Mussina.
Okay.
Mike Mussina is number 4.
Okay.
I forgot Mussina was with them. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he was so good. We just had a cheap owner that wouldn't spend any money, so let him go to New York.
Yep, classic.
So Mike Mussina is the greatest pitcher we've had until maybe Trevor Rogers, but it's way too soon to put money on that guy.
Mm-hmm. That's 4. All right. That's a good one. I forgot he was there.
Last one. All right. Again, I have to stick with my childhood, and I got to go Brady Anderson. Forget all the stuff he came in and did in the clubhouse where he was part of the management, but not. Leave all that out. But Brady Anderson, the player, all roided up. I can't think of childhood Orioles baseball without Brady.
Without him,
Fuck yeah. I love that we got a little bit of steroid era in that top 5. I love that. Let's go.
You need it. It's all that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Steroids don't matter because you guys turned a blind eye. just like you juice the ball and tweak the ball every few years, we don't make different Hall of Fames and block people for them.
God bless. And look, steroids are not making the background ball better.
Pete Rose should have the biggest statue in there and be in the Hall of Fame because baseball makes more money than ever off gambling, thanks to Pete Rose.
You're just speaking to the choir right now. All right, Josh, you're on a heater right now. So how about we wrap it up with your prediction for World Series winner this year?
I'm going to go Brewers. I'm going to give you a Brewers.
Hey, let's go, baby. I knew he was heating up. He was only heating up just to get hot.
They're a fun team. Woo! I'm not going to pick the Yankees or the Red Sox. I'm not going to pick the Blue Jays because they're division rivals.
Fuck them.
And it's like, all right, I like the Tigers. The Tigers have a good story going. Mm-hmm. But on the other side, you're not going to get me to root for Philly. You're not going to get me to root for the Dodgers. I got to go with the Brewers.
All right. Even though we're sound like a default answer, I love it. I'm here for it. I support it 100%. Obviously, as a diehard Brewer fan, I've been waiting my whole life for this moment for us to snap out of whatever dog shit play we've had for my entire generation. I'm ready to be hurt again, but I'm also very excited about the potential of what this team has, and it's like it feels like they have all the pieces working in perfect unison with the right guy captaining the ship. That the window's open.
How's DL Hall doing?
Who's that? DL Hall?
DL Hall.
I can't remember. All I know is Joey Ortiz could not. I was gonna say he was hurt, and then Joey Ortiz couldn't put bat to ball all damn season. But wow, is he incredible defensively? And he just gets random hot moments hitting the ball, but like still, with our minor league system, with what it is right now, Joey Ortiz's days are numbered. As good as he is on defense, our minor league is loaded. His days are numbered. But we'll see. All right, Josh. Well, appreciate the conversation, man. I obviously love your World Series pick, and thank you so much for coming on and talking a little bit of baseball with us.
Anytime.
Any last words before you go?
No. If you're an Orioles fan, check out Section 336.
Section 3 is it podcast. At Section 336 on like Twitter and everywhere?
It's the longest going Orioles podcast. I think it's 12, 13 years.
Okay. Damn, congrats. So, let's go.
So just anytime you search Section 336 podcast on anything, it'll come up.
All right, Section 336 for all your Orioles latest. God damn, that's a long stretch. Iman, hey, we're at 4 weeks.
Be there. Yeah.
Hey, we're at 4 weeks.
We're going to get there.
You'll get there. Hey, my other podcast is the Mike O'Mara Show, which is a daily comedy show, and it's been going for 16 years.
Gosh, man, you are just a killer in the game.
You're killing it.
Yeah, wow. Josh. Well, congrats on the longevity, my man. And hey, hope to talk to you soon. We'll be watching out for Section 336 every baseball season. But thanks so much for coming on, Josh.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.